353 is the new 608. What you need to know about the new area code and what changes it could bring. Also, Tim Michael's campaign backtracks from comments he recently made about abortion that contradict past statements. And later, the UW system is seeing some of the highest numbers of student enrollment in years. We'll tell you why overall enrollment is down. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6, everyone. Most people who live in South Central and Southwestern Wisconsin have never known anything different than 608. In about a year, however, you'll need to memorize an extra set of digits. 353 is coming, a reinforcement of sorts for a region that has outgrown just one area code. Our Catherine Merck looked into what the change will mean and what will stay the same.
Take a step inside 608 Vintage in Janesville.
There's a big local feel here.
And you'll see a lot of what Jeff Guston means.
There's a lot of Wisconsin-themed clothing, handmade goods. A lot of my vendors are from Wisconsin.
This wide assortment of items all identify under the same 3-digit code, 608.
Especially for the people of Janesville, you know, 608, that's their town.
The numbers 6, 0, and 8 have defined this area, but something might interrupt that soon. There's some new digits coming to our area.
There's so much demand for new phone numbers in the 608 area code that we are literally running out of 608 area code phone numbers. So when we run out, new numbers will be assigned to the new 353 area code.
So no more 608 numbers? Don't worry, it's not gone for good.
It's important for us to remember that those of us who already have a number with the 608 area code will see no change to our phone numbers or how we use them.
Instead of carving out an area designated purely to 353, the Public Service Commission will add new numbers on top of the 608.
I think it's a good thing because it represents growth.
No big changes mean those 3 digits are here to stay. They'll still be a part of the personality of this vintage store and everybody else who takes a step inside.
Even though if they're adding another area code, you know, people will still remember us as 608.
Reporting in Janesville, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
The 353 area code is set to be in service by late next year. The 608 area code, by the way, was created in 1955. The lawyer for the suspect in the Christmas parade attack in Waukesha wants to withdraw from the case. Darrell Brooks is accused of killing 6 people and injuring dozens more when he drove into the parade in November. Brooks is asking the court to represent himself at his trial. Earlier this month, he announced he was dropping his insanity defense and changing his plea to not guilty. Brooks' trial is scheduled to begin on October 3rd. Court officials entered a not guilty plea today for a woman charged in a July shooting that killed a Milwaukee teen. 22-year-old Jakira is charged with 1 count of first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime and 1 count of attempted first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime. Peoples and 27-year-old Akil Lowe were both arrested earlier this year for their alleged involvement in the shooting death of 18-year-old LaRon Bynum. Bynum was found inside of a Kia on Valen Street that had previously been reported stolen. A 22-year-old man charged with sexually assaulting a woman on State Street will be required to follow a court-ordered commitment plan before his case can move forward. Ivan Smart was found not competent to stand trial. Prosecutors allege that Smart, with the help of another man who has not been arrested yet, assaulted a woman after she had been waiting for a ride share to pick her up. City officials are announcing where the next round of Vision Zero speed reductions will happen. The reductions will affect Portage Road between East Washington Avenue and Churchill Heights Park starting Monday, September 26th. Speeds will be reduced from 30 miles per hour to 25. City officials say they plan to install digital signboards with updated permanent signs to remind drivers of the new speed limits. Let's get a check on your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, skies are cloudy, Susan, but no rain right now in the backyard. In fact, we start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. You can see just how widespread the clouds are. We had some sunshine early this morning, but the clouds quickly moved in during the afternoon. But for all those clouds, there's not a lot of rain, at least across most of Wisconsin. We'll zoom into southern Wisconsin. There are a few sprinkles that move through Rock County. Those are dissipating down south of Lake Geneva. And the rest of southern Wisconsin right now is precipitation free. So I think a high school football game should be able to get in without much in the way of rain. But 6-hour future track radar shows some scattered showers moving in from the west, reaching the Madison area by about midnight tonight, and look for the possibility for at least some showers overnight. This morning, low temperatures were in the middle to upper 30s in northern parts of our viewing area. 38 the overnight low at the Barry-Boudels Airport, 42 here in Madison. Current temperatures are mainly in the 50s, although Lone Rock's still at 61 degrees, Janesville 57. Across Dane County, temperatures range from 59 in Sun Prairie to 56 in the town of Perry. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy overnight. We'll see a few scattered shower chances this evening. Most areas will stay dry, though. Temperatures will drop to about 55 by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at our chances for rain this weekend and how cool temperatures may be for the start of next week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Republican gubernatorial candidate Tim Michels says he would be open to allowing for exceptions to the state's abortion ban in the cases of rape or incest. Previously, Michels had said repeatedly that he supports the current exemptions in state law, which only allow for abortions if the life of the mother is at risk. The change in stance comes from an interview Michels gave on conservative talk radio. Later, the Michels campaign walked back the answer, clarifying that he would sign a bill with those exceptions, but not that he personally supports them. Meanwhile, the Evers campaign says the change in Michels' stance was an effort to, quote, hide his radical views. In a statement, Evers campaign spokesperson Kayla Anderson says, make no mistake, Michels has staked out the most extreme position possible on this issue, and as governor wouldn't hesitate to enact radical legislation that would put women's lives at risk. Democratic Senate candidate Mandela Barnes will now take part in a debate against Republican Senator Ron Johnson. The debate will be hosted by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association. Barnes had previously only agreed to participate in 2 other debates. The WBA debate is scheduled for 7 p.m. on October 7th. Well, it sounds like a paradox. More new people signed up for college in the UW system this year than in the past 3 years, but overall, enrollment is down. So why is that, and is it a problem for the UW to solve? Our Tahalil Moeddin looked to get those answers, and she joins us live tonight from campus. Tahalil?
Right now, the data released yesterday is a preliminary estimate, but UW officials, system officials, say that data paints a pretty accurate picture. Reinforcements may be coming.
We're delighted.
Incoming freshmen and transfer students are back to pre-pandemic levels in the UW system, but President Jay Rothman isn't declaring victory.
We know that Wisconsin is in a war for talent, and there is a need in the state for a higher number of 4-year degree graduates.
In fact, system-wide, there was an overall 1% drop in enrollment from this year to last. Some UW system schools saw up to a 6% drop. The pandemic is a big reason why.
You know, having those 2 years off kind of threw everything into whack. And, you know, we're kind of like learning the systems with the students and figuring out like what's the best way that they learn.
Tyler Kastner is a college and career counselor in Madison schools. He sees some students taking up apprenticeships and gap years, but not an overwhelming amount.
Students are still choosing 2- and 4-year colleges the most. That's still kind of the standard by which most students operate on.
Part of the UW system's plan is to focus on dual enrollment, where students earn college credits while still in high school. Another fix, helping funnel students into high-demand fields like engineering, nursing, teaching, and data analytics.
If UW system graduates don't fill those jobs, a lot of those jobs are going to go elsewhere. They're going to move outside of the state, and Wisconsin will not prosper as it should.
Of the 13 UW system schools, only 3, UW Madison, UW Green Bay, and UW Superior, saw an increase in overall enrollment, and system leaders also say they still hope to reach the 600 to 800,000 adult learners in the state of Wisconsin who never graduated to draw them back in.
Talil, thank you very much. Still to come tonight at 6, how the Department of Defense is looking to help military families struggling with inflation. And a local group raises awareness for veteran suicide. We'll tell you what they're doing tomorrow, one step at a time.
Ashley is Wisconsin's largest mattress retailer, and their fall scratch-off promotion is happening now. Come in now for a scratch card worth up to $5,000, plus $400 off any size Purple Plus mattress. Like this Purple Plus Queen, only $14.99. Don't miss these mattress savings. Ashley.
I received a call that my granddaughter had been hit. She suffered a serious brain injury and nearly died. The driver should have been in jail. Mandela Barnes supports no cash bail that puts criminals like Daryl Brooks back on the streets. He's more worried about criminals than victims. Mandela Barnes doesn't have the judgment to keep our communities safe.
Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or active psoriatic arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that tackles pain, stiffness, swelling. For some, Rinvoq significantly reduces RA and PSA fatigue. It can stop irreversible joint damage. And Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear in PSA. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Ask your rheumatologist about Rinvoq Relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
Ashley's fall scratch-off promotion is happening now. Come in now for your scratch card that could be worth up to $5,000. Plus, get 78% off clearance items. Plus, 60-month special financing. Plus, doorbuster deals. Plus, fast delivery. Don't miss these savings. Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back, everyone. The Coats for Kids campaign is close to cracking the 2,000 mark. Here's a look at the new total. Right now, it stands at 1,986. Thanks, everybody who's helped us out, and there's still plenty of time to donate if you can. From now until October 8th, you can drop off your gently used kids' winter gear at any area Clinky Cleaners. You can also buy some off the Community Action Coalition's Amazon wish list. We have a link to that list on channel3000.com. The Defense Department is taking steps to protect military families from rising inflation. While military members will be getting a 4.6% pay increase in January, inflation stands at more than 8%. To help make up that difference, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is making policy changes that include cutting the cost of food at military commissaries and increasing the basic housing allowance for active duty service members. The department is also launching a new initiative to help military spouses find higher paying private jobs. A Madison area group is raising awareness about the issue of veteran suicide. Tomorrow afternoon, people will be hiking 18 kilometers with 18 pounds, one for the 18 veterans and service members that commit suicide every day. That is down from 22 when the organization Ruck 22 started. Operation Ruck 22's mission is to raise awareness by providing support for those at risk so they can get help.
Any veteran committing suicide a day is too much, so raising awareness on the cause is something that WPS supports, and any organization that supports veterans would obviously support.
Money raised during the Operation Ruck 22 event will be donated to local nonprofit organizations helping veterans in need. Still ahead tonight at 6, the Packers Radio Network welcomes a new on-air talent. We'll tell you what they're saying about the opportunity. Plus, protecting your identity from fraud, when and where you can safely get rid of old personal documents that are taking up space. Some chilly temperatures have moved into the area the last couple of days, but will it continue through the weekend? Gary has your complete forecast when we come back.
Hy-Vee hot deals are super hot. It's Friday through Sunday. Pepsi 6-packs, 4 for $10 when you buy 4. Pork spare ribs, only $1.99 a pound. And Kellogg's giant-size cereal, only $2.99. Check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Get up and go! You heard the Jingle Man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
Get up and go! At a company, the culture comes from the top. Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times over sexual assault and harassment in the workplace. Women who worked for Michaels' company said they were groped, assaulted, and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Higher-ups at Michaels dismissed the women as liars and even fired those who spoke out. Is that what we need for Wisconsin? Tim Michaels, too radical, too divisive.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Joe Biden on Medicare for All.
It's going to raise taxes on middle-class people.
Medicare for All would double your income taxes, ban employer-provided and union health plans, and bankrupt Medicare for seniors. Mandela Barnes still supports Bernie Sanders' socialist takeover of your health care.
Medicare for All is the easiest way to get us to universal health care.
Mandela Barnes, more liberal than Joe Biden, way too liberal for Wisconsin.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Hy-Vee hot deals are super hot. It's Friday through Sunday. Hy-Vee frozen vegetables, only 77 cents. Strawberries, only $2.68 for a 1-pound pack. And Hy-Vee deli shaved ham, only $2.99 a pound. Check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
If you're looking to safely get rid of some old documents with personal information on them, the Better Business Bureau has you covered. Tomorrow, the BBB, along with Summit Credit Union, will be hosting Shredfest from 8:30 in the morning until 11 a.m. You can bring up to 3 bags or boxes to the Summit Credit headquarters in Cottage Grove. Your documents will be shredded free of charge. The event helps people protect themselves from identity theft.
Fraudsters can open credit cards in your name. They can steal your identity. They can basically become you and act as you and open accounts in your name and get those statements sent to them instead of you.
According to the Federal Trade Commission, there were more than 650,000 identity theft reports made in 2020 nationwide. More than 5,000 of them were in Wisconsin. If you're heading out to Friday night football tonight, let's get a check on the weather. Here's Gary.
Well, right now it looks pretty good for it. We'll see cloudy skies, but 3 things you need to know. The best chances of showers will be overnight tonight, probably around midnight here in the Madison area, and then another round of showers tomorrow night. But in between, during the day tomorrow and during the day on Sunday, I'm looking for just slight chances for rain. So most of the time it will be dry. It will be cool, though, and that will continue through this weekend and through all of next week. High temperatures will be generally in the 60s, lower to middle 60s, but Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, highs might not get out of the 50s. And we'll see dry weather starting on Monday and lasting all the way through the end of next week and into the start of the following week. A lot of that is because high pressure will form across the Midwest as a hurricane affects the Gulf of Mexico. More on that in just a second. High-resolution Doppler radar, the last of the sprinkles pushing through southeastern Wisconsin and northeastern Illinois. Nothing to the west right now, even though we have cloudy skies. There are some showers up in Minnesota and parts of South Dakota. Eventually, those will work their way eastward. 6-hour future track radar shows those showers reaching the Madison area by about midnight, but you can see how they start to break apart. The higher chances for rain will be up to the north and to the south of us. So I think everybody at some point will get a shower this weekend, but most areas not very much. Powerful Hurricane Fiona heading toward the Canadian Maritimes. That could be the strongest storm system in that area in history. Tropical Storm Gaston in the central Atlantic Ocean. Now Tropical Storm Hermine in the eastern Atlantic Ocean. And then in the Pacific Ocean, Tropical Storm Newton and an area of disturbed weather that could develop into something over the next couple of days. This is what we're watching right now. Tropical Depression number 9. Latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center right now, maximum sustained winds 35 miles an hour. If it strengthens just a little bit, it'll be given a name, most likely Ian. And you can see the forecast takes it as a tropical storm, continues to strengthen it as it heads toward Jamaica. This is by early Monday morning. The latest path from most of the computer models brings it over western Cuba and then toward the west coast of Florida, anywhere from the Panhandle, perhaps down to the Everglades at some point by late Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening with heavy rain and perhaps winds up to 100 miles per hour or greater. Across the Midwest, look at the temperatures last night, into the 30s up to the north. 30 in Marquette, Michigan. Much of northern and central Wisconsin saw temperatures in the upper 30s. The jet stream continues to sag to the south. Another cold front coming in from the west, generating a few scattered showers. And the winds will also pick up behind that weather system. Temperatures right now are in the 50s, but we'll see those temperatures cool off even more as we head into the early part of next week. Planning your night, look for a low temperature of 50 in Middleton with some scattered showers, 52 in Verona, and 52 in the town of Roxbury. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 51 the overnight low in Platteville, and 50 in Watertown with some scattered showers. For tomorrow, look for a high of 67 degrees, just a slight chance for a shower during the day, and maybe even a little clearing in the afternoon. On future track, notice the clouds continuing for this evening, but not much in the way of rain chances. Those start to come in after 10 o'clock. By midnight, moving through the Madison area into parts of southwestern Wisconsin, maybe another little round of showers up to the north early Saturday morning. But as those move out, the clouds will linger for much of the day on Saturday. You can see the clearing out to the west. That could reach us later Saturday afternoon. But the rainfall amounts, even through Sunday night, most areas less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. A few areas between about 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch of rain. 7 to 10 day forecast. Sunday and Monday will be windy, highs low to mid 60s. Get a chance of showers on Sunday, but Monday will be dry. And then dry but cool weather. Highs upper 50s Tuesday and Wednesday low 37 with maybe some patchy frost. By the end of next week, though, temperatures will be up to around 70 degrees.
That looks like a nice stretch. Thank you, Gary. A groundbreaking moment at the Packers radio network. For the first time ever, a woman is joining the on-air talent team. Meet Shanna Quinn. As someone who was raised on football, Quinn says this is a dream come true. But the most touching moment was telling her mom and her grandmother, both Green Bay Packer fans and season ticket holders, about her new role.
You know, for someone who is younger and like coming up, I hope that these little girls get to see like it's not just a boys team, it's not just a boys game, like there's a spot for you too.
She also says she's excited to use her voice to get more women in sports and bring the passion of the game to Packers fans nationwide.
And coming up in sports, Aaron Rodgers might have to throw to himself on Sunday. Kidding, but seriously, we'll run through who's in and out against the Bucs. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
Going Cars is having a big end of summer sale
with 2018 Chevy Equinoxes starting at $18,995 or $299 per month.
Don't miss out on our end of summer sale with the best selection of 2018 Chevy Equinoxes starting at $18,995 or $299 per month.
Goldman Cars has been family-owned and operated for over 50 years, so just come on in and ask for my brother, Dealing Donovan.
Or my sister, Crystal the Pistol Govin.
Go to Goldman Cars, east or west.
You gotta go to Govin, GovinCars.com.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our communities safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
It all comes down to the final drive. News 3 Now brings you the big play highlights and scores from Southern Wisconsin high school football action. Don't miss the final drive. Fridays on News 3 Now at 10.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is coming this weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only at the arena at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison.
As political ads bombard you with campaign promises and claims to capture your vote, News 3 Now gives you a reality check, clarifying the candidates' messages and finding the facts to help you make informed choices. Reality Check, Wednesdays on News 3 Now at 6.
It's week 3 of the Packers season, and the question keeps on returning. Who is Aaron Rodgers going to throw to? The passing attack was much better against the Bears than it was against the Vikings, but Sunday's game against the Bucs could be a little interesting in the air. Sammy Watkins out with the hamstring, while Christian Watson and Randall Cobb both are listed as questionable, and Allen Lazard was limited at today's practice. However, though, he is expected to play. So all that's really left, Romeo Doubs.
We got a lot of confidence in him. He's a guy that you see it out at practice, his ability, he can run all day. So in terms of a conditioning standpoint, have no reservations whatsoever. And I think he's mentally, he's always engaged, he's locked in, and certainly he's probably going to have to take more of a load this week.
2004 was the last time Wisconsin beat Ohio State in Columbus, and the man who led the Badgers to that big win, John Stocco. He threw for 2 scores while Anthony Davis rushed for 168 yards and another score. UW spotted Ohio State a 10-point lead in the second quarter, then outscored the Buckeyes 24-3. Here's the hoping that that performance repeats itself tomorrow night. Tonight's week 6 of the high school football season and week 6 of the final drive. Be sure to tune in to tonight to catch all the action coming up at 10 o'clock. Wisconsin volleyball challenged themselves during the non-conference season for one reason: to prepare themselves for a battle every night in the toughest conference in college volleyball, the Big Ten. And the first battle starts tonight, UW hosting an 11-1 Northwestern squad in their conference opener. Kelly Sheffield's squad has won 11 straight against the Wildcats, but the Badgers know this Northwestern team isn't like those Northwestern teams of years past.
Northwestern is a team that returns most of their lineup from the past couple years. They're really, really talented. They'll run about as fast as to the left pin as anybody in the country.
You know, they've competed a lot, had a lot of good non-conference games. We're a really good team last year. Really incredibly athletic.
Jacket tonight for final drive?
Probably need one, but right now it doesn't look like you need a raincoat.
Oh, that is good news. Have a good weekend, everybody. Hope to see you back here tonight at 10.